Hey, what's up, TruExperience Nation? If you're new around here, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Rich McCaney. My wife is Amanda. Guys, we're on a mission. And that mission is to help you learn how to experience your best life. Exactly as we're learning to do ours. We're not experts. We're not gurus. We're regular old full-time parents that work from home. And we used to struggle with a lot of things, and we still do. And as we overcome a lot of these obstacles, and as we continue to improve and progress in our life, we share these things with you. We are going over the book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I'm loving this. So we are on how to stop procrastinating by using the 2-minute rule. This is one of the most powerful techniques I have ever in my life used when it comes to procrastination. Let me tell you about my procrastination. I once bought a book about how not to procrastinate and then procrastinated reading the book. I'd actually started reading the book and procrastinated finishing it. That's how bad I am, okay? True story. I'm the world's worst. I know there's a ton of things out there I need to do, I want to do, I desire to do. But for whatever reason, I just put off. I put off. I know there's things I need to do on a consistent basis. This 2-minute rule, honestly, when the first time I read this book, honestly, this was one of the things that seriously unlocked me to experience a better life, because I started to learn how to knock things out. And so we are going to talk about it. I want to hear the story they open up with this book is pretty interesting. So lady says, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning a.m. I put on my work clothes. I put on my leg warmers. I put on my hat. I put on my sweater. I go outside my Manhattan apartment. I hail a cab. I tell him, take me to Pumping Iron Gym, 91st Manhattan Street, whatever the address is. So she continues to go and work out for 2 hours every single day. She followed up by saying, actually, what did she follow up by saying? She said, the ritual is not stretching and the weight training I put my body through each morning at the gym. That's not the ritual. She does that every day. That ain't the deal. She said the ritual is the cab. The moment I tell the driver where I go, I have completed the ritual. The fact of doing it the same way each morning habitually makes it repeatable and easy to do. And so I love that. And we're going to get into and talk about exactly 40 to 50% of your actions on any given day are habit-based. And actually, despite the research saying that, it's actually impacting a lot more of your day because habits lead to future decisions. Okay, that's the starting process basically. And it's, think about habits as the freeway, like the ramp to the freeway, right? Like once you get on there, once you get on the freeway, you got to commit to that way. You limit your options. You got to go that way once you take that ramp. And think of leads you to these decisive moments. And I'm getting distracted because my stupid phone keeps cutting off on connection because I changed the Wi-Fi because Facebook was acting funny. Anyway, so these decisive moments, talk about this is really interesting. They make decisions. These decisive moments determine or limit your options and decisions for your future self. Okay, you may only decide that you want to scroll Facebook for 1 second, right? You're just going to check one post for a second, but then you end up continue to scroll. You say, I'm just gonna open up this one bag and have a couple of chips, but you keep on eating. See, the habit is to open up the bag, but it's easier to keep going and keep doing what you've already decided to do than it is to stop. And when you think about it, bro, that makes a lot of sense. Think about it's easier to keep doing what you've already made a decision to do than it is to stop doing it and to do something else. Remember, we talked about yesterday that it's natural for us to want to conserve energy. And so when you're already on a path, the amount of energy it takes to stop and change directions and do something else is more effort when you can just continue doing what you're already doing. That's why these habits, especially these bad habits, are just, they kind of carry you down this path really quick. So listen to this. So they have broke down this diagram where it's kind of like you have a starting point, and then it's like you make a good decision, goes up. You make a bad decision, goes down. right? And based off whatever good or bad decision determines how your day ends up, because you have a scale on the end, good day, more bad decisions, you lean towards more of a bad day. And so I was interested by that because listen to this. Think about it this way. Go to a particular restaurant. When you walk into a particular restaurant, you've already decided what you're going to eat. Now, you have control over what you order over the menu, but based off your decision to go into that particular restaurant, automatically limited your options on what you can eat. See, when you walk up in there, you walk into a steakhouse, hypothetically speaking, you're going to have some steak options on the menu, but probably not sushi. You feel what I'm saying? And so that one decision puts you in a position, and now you've limited your options as to what your future self can do. And I was fascinated with that example because that's true on so many levels. So let's talk about these habits. All right, we got the entry points. Here's the 2-minute rule. It states that when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes. I think everybody got 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes? Like you should be able to complete basically every habit can be shrunk down into a 2-minute section, okay? And so, let's see, what was the example that they gave here? Like running, right? You want to run a marathon, like you want to go running, break that down to tie your running shoes. You want to read a chapter a night, you want to get in the habit of reading a chapter a night, read a page. So don't think about the overall thing that you got to do. You got to start it out at some point, so you got to will it down, and nobody gets excited. That's not the point that we're trying to get into. The point is to make it easy. A habit should not feel like a challenge. So an author said, like, I stop writing at the point where it starts to feel like work. This is very, very important. Listen to me. They stop doing the task when it starts to feel like work. Like you got a writer and they're an author. He said, right when it gets to where it's like, I feel like I'm working, I'm pushing myself, they stop. And so I'm fascinated by this guy. I'm telling you, this technique works. You lost 100 pounds. And if you think it's just a gimmick, like you're just tricking your brain to do 2 minutes. Now that doesn't mean that making the challenge, not being challenging means you can't do stuff that's hard, right? That doesn't mean that the habit has to be easy. It just means the starting point. See, you're making a good decision. If it's easy to do, easy to start, then it's going to be easier to continue. You feel what I'm saying? The challenge that comes after the habit that follows or the actions that follow can be challenging. But the starting point can be easy. The habit is not the end point. The habit is the starting point. And so, story a bunch before, and a guy lost 100 pounds with this method. So you think you're tricking your brain, right? Like, I know, man, I'm tying my running shoes. That's easy to do, but I know the real goal is to run. Well, if you think you're tricking yourself, then only do 2 minutes and force yourself to stop. So a guy lost 100 going to the gym 5 minutes a day. He went to the gym 5 minutes, and at the end of 5 minutes, he had to quit and go back. And it was just kind of like, what good is that going to do? Man, listen. The point wasn't to do one thing. The point was to master showing up. The point was to become the type of person who didn't miss the gym. I'm the type of person who goes to the gym every day. That was the point. Do I understand? The point to mastering showing up, you want to beat procrastination, get yourself in the habit of showing up every single day for whatever task you want to do. And you can do that if you make it really easy. And if you have to program your brain to master showing up and you limit yourself to 2 minutes, guess what? You're creating a ritual, a habit ritual. Like you're just rocking yourself a routine every single day of doing this thing the same way. Here's what's magical about that. You get to work out all the tiny little details when you're showing up. Where am I going to go to the gym at? When am I going to go? What am I going to wear? Am I going to change there? Am I going to take my own water? Am I going to have a workout partner? If my workout partner's out there, what am I going to do? See, you get to work out all those details when you just showing up. Guess what? And he's like, well, now that I'm already here doing it, I might as well keep going. Think about it. You get up early, you put your workout clothes on, you get your little headband on, you get your radio on, and you put your shoes on. Are you going to get back in the bed? You're going to be like, freak, man, at least I got my shoes on. I might as well go walk. Could you imagine how aggravating it would be to get up and do all that work, put your shoes on, and you force yourself to be like, all right, take them off. You force yourself to do that every day. Like pretty soon you're going to be like, okay, my shoes are on. I'm just going to go for a walk. You mastered starting the routine that you want. And I have used this indefinitely. I use it all the time. And I've said it before. I'll say it again because I believe it's that important. A habit established before it can be improved. Y'all feel me? Like it has to be started, bro. You can't improve on something that doesn't even exist yet. And so master starting, master the ease, master you getting started and showing up for that. And then you can build upon that and improve. There's a little secret that they said in here. The secret is to always stay below the point where it feels like work. And that's what we had already talked about. So anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about this. I'm sorry about the connection. Hopefully the replay does a lot better. But let me know what you think about the 2-minute rule. I've used it to great success. I'm on day 123 right now because I mastered the art of showing up. I quit beating myself up and feeling bad about what I thought I wanted to do, getting myself in routine of starting. And mine was very slow. Like I'm just going to do videos. I'm just going to do videos. I'm just going to do videos. Or I'm just going to do this. And now it's a lot smoother. Now I'm not there on I wait a certain amount of time. When I hit that threshold, I'll be able to improve. I'll be able to keep doing more. I'll be able to add more things to my list because I'm now super efficient at what I'm doing. Here it is. I'm even behind today. I don't even know what time it is. And I've done so much today. It's crazy. I mean, I've crushed my business today already. Got the kids off to school, had a Bible study, meditate, read a book, bring you a Facebook Live, exercise, push up. I mean, I've done a whole bunch of stuff already today. I could lay out the rest of the day if I wanted to and be accomplished. Man, that's all because I got myself in a habit of showing up and everything is so smooth and easy. It just flows right into the other. But anyway, guys, I hope you got value of this. I hope you liked it. If you did and you enjoyed this kind of stuff, you already know what the business is, man. Go ahead and like this Facebook page. Hit the bell and get notified when I go live because I go live every single day. These videos do end up on Facebook. On YouTube. You can go over there and check that out. I think you can find the description here on this page. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscription, bruh. Come on back because we're dropping this knowledge and these nuggets every day. I do have a Costa Rica video and my hiking video that we've done. I haven't made it a priority, so I put it on the back burner. When I get some of these things that I'm working on right now out of the way, I'll be able to focus on that and get some of these videos up and go through all that footage. But there's some awesome stuff in there. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. Until tomorrow, guys, I'm out.